Okay, I've been playing this quite a lot off camera, just basically because I can't stop playing it. But I'm going to try doing a sort of marathon run and seeing if I can make it through at least the first winter. Now, I've unlocked quite a few new characters, and I've tried most of them. The main one I haven't tried here is Wendy, because she has a horrible, like, just a screeching, nasty voice. And the strongman's pretty good, but he's sort of stupid, and I don't really like his character. The librarian was kind of cool. I didn't like her to begin with, but she grew on me, Wickerbottom. But I've played with the automaton here, the robot, a little bit, but not very much, and he can eat spoiling food with no penalty. Although, why does a robot need to eat or drink? I don't need to drink. I can quit anytime I want. Anyway, let's play with him. Empathy module not responding. Say, pal, you don't look so good. Yeah, well, you got a flower on your face, and he's got a cigar as well. I'm still curious about who that guy is. Somebody suggested that he might be the devil, which would be quite appropriate because, like, it's like we've just been flung out of Eden and dumped into the world. Although I'm a robot, so you know. What does that mean? It's like yeah, it was Adam and Eve, not Adam and WX78. I don't know. Anyway, now I seem to have started off in some rather desolate area, which is kind of bad. As you saw in my previous part, one of the most important things you need to gather is grass, so you can keep lighting fires. Another thing, obviously, is sticks, and I'm gathering these. Yeah, it's weird because on the map that shows up as green, but it's brown. This kind of dark foresty area. So let's just keep. Here we go. Little grassland. Now, location is very important. You need to. There's a lot of things you need to take in consideration. Some things you can move berry bushes, which is quite useful, but there's certain things you can't move. I believe you can even make new pig houses, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Having the pigs around is a very good thing because they will fight any hostile creatures that turn up, and also if you give them meat or any food that they like, they will in fact follow you and fight for you, which is quite nice. Yeah, let's see, I'm forgetting a few things, but also I need to find some flint. You need a certain amount of rocks and flint, but not too much. I'm gonna have to find some kind of rocks. So here's a flint, good. You need at least a few flint to make an axe, of course. This is the first thing you should do, is just gather pretty much everything you find. Now, mushrooms are poisonous, but if you cook them properly in a crock pot, then you can eat them without any poisoning penalties. So yeah, this character, I haven't even had him say anything yet, but target acquired. Yeah, let's just see what he says about a few things. This rock is sharper than most. Plant matter, sticks. He's kind of bland, but he comes out with some funny things sometimes. Let's see. It is performing a search algorithm. Yeah, I like that. Sort of interprets everything in a kind of mechanical way. Okay, let's just gather some stuff. I really need to find some kind of rocks. There's some more flint. Good, bees. They can be quite useful. You can make your own bee box, which you can then harvest honey from. Another thing you need to get is spiders. There we go. Over here. These can be very useful. Yeah, because you need their silk and also their spider glands for healing purposes. Oops. Another set. Oh, no, stop it there. So it's nearly dusk, and I've not really found any stone at all. I need to really cut down some trees. So let's start with that. Yeah, I've got past the first winter in a previous playthrough. I kind of wanted to do it as a full, like, everything on a series, but at the same time I just wanted to play it, and sometimes I'm not always feeling like doing commentary. Oh, another thing I found is by accident is that you can just sort of hold space and your character will do whatever's sort of obvious. So I'm holding in space and he's doing this automatically, so I'm not even doing stuff on my mouse, and he's just sort of using his axe and picking things up. It's quite handy. Also, you can use WASD to move about, which I didn't realise. Okay, so I'm not going to find any rocks at this stage. Now, you don't really need to set up camp until it gets to actual night, because you can still see fine. So I might as well just keep gathering things. Yeah. It is weird that this robot needs to eat, but I guess everything needs fuel. He must have like a Mr. Fusion in his stomach or something. Well, you'd think that would only need like hydrogen. You know, you could just drink the water and be fine. You know, for a ready source of deuterium. That's assuming that, yeah, I don't think that this is. They really took the practicalities of nuclear fusion into account when they made this character. It's I always try to overanalyze the science in fiction. Yeah. Anyway, what am I talking about? It's just now flowers are very useful for keeping you sane, which was a problem in my last part because I went insane. For some reason, picking flowers raises your sanity, and so does wearing them on your head, which is not intuitively obvious. But there you go. And these paths are quite useful because you can move fast on them. It's pretty much pointless trying to kill anything unless you have a trap or a projectile weapon. It's really not worth wasting the projectile weapons on. Now, okay, I really need to make a campfire now. Let's just make it. Let me do it. There we go. Okay, while I'm here, I can chop down these trees. Ah. Yeah, another thing that's very worth doing is cooking your food, which increases its freshness. Oops, I didn't do that right. I accidentally clicked on the character. But the best way to get the most out of your food is to build a crock pot, which requires a science. I keep saying science museum. I want to go to the science museum. That's why. Anyway, let's follow this path. Yeah, you need to build a science museum. Machine. You fucking idiot. And oh, look at this. Oh, I found a touchstone already. That's handy. This lets you get resurrected. Okay. Now this sort of grassy area, this looks promising. There may be some beefalo, which are the sort of poo-making monsters. Apparently it's just rabbits. It's good to find a place with lots of rabbit holes to set traps. But I don't really want to waste the resources until I've decided where I'm going to settle. Let's just keep gathering stuff while I'm on my way, searching. Aha, rocks. Get it. Ah, I need another flint. Damn it. Find a piece of flint and then break up these rocks. None of them have gold in there, unfortunately. There's a piece of flint. I can chop up some rocks. And another piece of flint. Where were they? Down here. I'll also pick up some flowers just to get my sanity back up to 200. Another thing you can do is if you can capture the butterflies, you can plant them in the ground and that makes new flowers, which... Now, I'm no biologist, but that doesn't seem right to me. But anyway. I still haven't found any use for nitra. I think you can use it to make gunpowder, but I don't know what you do with gunpowder. There's quite a technology tree that leads to places that I have not yet explored fully. Anyway, let's just gather some shit. We need 12 rocks to make campfire, but I still don't know where I want to settle down, and So, bees. Let's just follow this path to see where it leads. Bit of a rocky area, but not much here. Just some standing rocks. Nothing special. But I got enough for a campfire, I think, now. Aha, there's some larger rocks. Should be able to get some gold out of that one. And then build a science machine. Although, still haven't found a place where I want to settle down. Oh, God, I'm already out of fucking space. Ah, right. Let's just eat some things then. Damn it. It's almost night already. The length of the days changes throughout the seasons. It starts off just half the day is light. And I believe you're starting at like the first day of spring, which is kind of the most kind place to leave you, but still doesn't leave you too much time before winter. So I could set up a... oh, there's some more... Yeah, I could set up a proper campfire, I mean a fire pit, but I don't really want to waste the rocks yet. Let's just continue. The first thing you should do is always just gather as much shit as possible. Ah, gravestones. Now these can be very useful. Digging them up reduces your sanity, but it's the only way to get certain items. Like gears, which you need for a fridge, and the red and blue gems, which are useful for making special weapons. It's a big graveyard. Also, ghosts can come out, but they're not so tough. I'm going to set up here and chop down these trees. Hoping I can find a place with pigs, spiders, beefalo, rabbits, grass, and trees, which is kind of a difficult and unlikely combination, but that's really the only thing that's going to keep you alive in the long term. I mean, spider silk is useful for things like fishing rods, and what else? I always forget. I can't even tell yet because I haven't. I mean, I could make a science machine. Oh, damn it! I could make a science machine here, but I have to leave it behind, and that's kind of a waste of gold. Oh, I should have cooked that. Yeah. Oh god, it's getting late. Really late. Oh. Robots aren't afraid of the dark, but they can be killed by things in it. I find the pine cones are not particularly useful, especially if you're like, oh, it's raining. It's gonna. You can even cook the seeds. My hunger's a bit bad, so I should probably cook some of these berries. You have to go with a bit of inefficiency to begin with, so that you can take the time to find a decent place. Oh god, the rain is making this go out more quickly. Yeah, you also don't want to place too many new trees, because I think the density of trees and the largeness of the trees affects how likely they are to turn into those tree monsters. The natural world is overrated. Bite my shiny metal ass. Yeah, it's nearly morning. I should probably put one more on there, just to keep it going. Let's check the map. There's still plenty of places to explore. See, my touchstone is all the way down there. See, if you get resurrected in the winter time, which is probably when you're most likely to die, and your touchstone is far away from everything, it's completely pointless. You should always build something by your touchstone, just enough supplies to set up a fire, if nothing else, so that being resurrected isn't pointless. Anyway, let's try to fill in this blank area down here. Run, little robot, run! Aha, it's a wormhole. Now, these let you travel great distances. You know, it looks like the kind of thing that will just kill you. It costs you some sanity, but it lets you explore further. Before I jump in there, I'm going to explore the local area a bit more, and then let's take the gamble it will give me.